Yeah. See the 18th question. Keeping in view India's internal security, analyze the impact of cross-border cyber attacks. It's clear, cross-border cyber attacks. Also discuss defensive measures against these sophisticated attacks. Yeah, give the framework. Yeah. Introduction on cross-border cyber attacks, impact, measures by the government and way forward. Yeah, you can mention some recent attacks. Okay, cyber attacks on India through cross-border, and then try to give some good way forward. Okay, we can talk about how these cross-border cyber attacks are impacting. Again, you can bring in the dimensions of first question, that is into the this particular question, and give what are the measures taken by the government so far to discuss the defensive measures, okay, against these sophisticated attacks, and what are the government measures, and then what should be the innovative solutions from your side, and then conclusion. Clear? So what you can write with some very good, you know, case study, or you can directly introduce as to how cross-border cyber attacks are increasing. You can say recently there were reports of Chinese army snooping into Indian army's intelligence equipment through the hackers. This is threat to Indian sovereignty as well as the military security. And then you can write what are the impact of these cyber attacks. What are the impacts of these cyber attacks, cross-border cyber attacks? Firstly, they are disturbing the military security of the nation. Then what happens? Basically, to encroach land, you need to have permission of your neighbor. But to encroach into one's servers, you will not require any permission, because you are encroaching in an illegal way through hacking or by sending a virus or Trojan. So basically, you are crossing the cyber sovereignty of that particular nation. You can refer the term cyber sovereignty. So India's data is India's asset. So you are trying to steal that asset without my permission. So you are hampering my cyber sovereignty. And then you are creating financial loss. You're creating financial loss to the country. And then you are they are planting some cyber malware or viruses which can create havoc in the security systems of India. You can write the power grids are being hacked, and sometimes they can create blackouts. Okay, and they can also create disruption to the social harmony. Yes, Raghuram, that is a good point. They can create fake news by hacking the Indian servers. They can send this fake news and create problems of social harmony within India. Bye. Okay, they are creating impact on the internal security by trying to create fake news. They are also promoting communalism by fake propaganda. By hacking websites, they are taking away personal information of a lot of people from India. So all these are causing and also through cross-border cyber attacks, they are inciting the vulnerable youth to create challenges for internal security within India. So all these are, yeah, radicalization of youth. Yes, that's what I was saying. So all these are issues with regard to the cross-border cyber attacks. Now, what are the defense measures against these sophisticated attacks? So that can be one of the side heading, defense measures against the cyber attacks. What can be done? You can talk about the data security bill, and you can again bring in the Cyber Dome project. Cyber Dome project is one of the very good examples, and you can bring it across the cyber questions, and ensuring that there are proper firewalls and antiviruses installed in all the critical personal computers and the public servers. And then you can think of the critical information to be stored locally, encryption of data. So end-to-end encryption of critical and sensitive data, implementation of blockchain technology. So these are the defensive measures against these sophisticated attacks. You can write periodic change of passwords for systems which are having sensitive information. Yes, establishing proper security protocols. So all these are defensive measures. So what are the government measures already in place? There is already certain cyber Swachhata Kendras and National Cyber Coordination Center. You can write about the relevance of IT Act 2000. What is this 14C of MHA? I4C. Is it I4C or 14C?
I4C.
What is I4C? Okay, I'm not aware of this I4C of MHA. MHA means Ministry of Home Affairs. Okay, so you can write about all these initiatives of the government, and then you have already given defensive measures. Indian Cyber Crime Coordination Center. Okay, fine. Indian Cyber Crime Coordination Center. And then you can also bring the aspect of having these so-called cyber coordination centers at state level, along with the trained cyber police force. All these can be the solutions. And then in the way forward, you will write that, you know, how the digital space is growing leaps and bounds and exponentially very fast. And the need of the hour is to ensure that we are much more progressive in our thought and think ahead to mitigate these sophisticated attacks. And the way forward can be, again, you can bring in, you know, we discussed the defensive measures can be data protection bill. So you can say the faster we coordinate with the projects like Cyber Dome, data protection bill, and then bring in digital literacy and cyber security forensics. Yes, we can bring in the subject of cyber security forensics and train manpower who are well equipped to attend these challenges. So we should have skilled workforce to actually mitigate these sophisticated attacks. You and me cannot sit and mitigate these attacks. Yeah, it has to be promoted at pan-India level, Sumant. Okay, fine. So you have written this answer, Sriram?
18th one.
18th one you have written?
Yes, sir.
Shadow pad and malware attack. Okay, so you have started with the case study. Yes, this is a good approach. So you are trying to engage the examiner by mentioning the case study. You can talk about, I said about how military equipment or military intelligence of India has been attacked by Chinese. You can start with this. Yeah, Navya, Budapest Convention. Yeah, it's a good thing you can write in conclusion, ma. There are definitely confusions with regard to the Budapest Convention, and India is one who's not accepting this. But going forward, I think now that there has to be global consensus on cyber security, or else it is going to be very difficult. Yes, hampering cyber sovereignty, financial loss. Yes, cyber espionage. Okay. So you can write some innovative measures also, Sriram, like we discussed. You can write about the blockchain technology being integrated. Okay.
Yes.
So those things will be, of course, your answer is good because you're writing good answers. Now we have to look at much improvised answers. Okay, good. So instead of cramping up here, you could have simply drawn a diagram and then explained the measures, because you see you have cramped up here, 1 2 3 going here, 4 going here, 5 coming down, 6 again here. So if I know it's clearly visible that you fell short of the space. In such a scenario, you can simply draw a diagram and then give these measures 1 2 3 4 5 6.
Yes, sir.
Try doing
I'll
that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you have used this word, data is the new oil. Good. So this is a very standard line which we get to hear in Hindu or most of the where data is related. We say data is new oil, data is new oil. That's why countries are trying to hack each other and all. So you can write that. Yeah, Budapest Convention you have written. Yes, Navya, you were also saying about Budapest Convention. So instead of saying that India should sign the Budapest Convention, you can simply say that India should clear the doubts regarding Budapest Convention and should take it forward to achieve international consensus, because we have certain issues with Budapest Convention. So we can say that we can clear them and get the consensus. That would be much better, because you are speaking from India's point of view, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Or else the answer is good. No doubt. Fine.